We're live.
And this is The Rest is Schizophrenia. Welcome.
The rest is just mental trouble.
Yeah, welcome, episode 23.
Yeah, a whole new episode. I'm feeling good.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah.
I tell you what, I got really bad hay fever right now.
I assume it hasn't been pissing it down like it has been here, because, I mean, this is April showers, properly.
It was raining earlier. Yesterday I went out and it was like really nice weather. And then after about 10 minutes, it just suddenly started hailing.
Yeah.
So it is very unstable here at the moment.
Yeah, I think we've just got that, because my whole drive just then, like 40 minutes back and forth, it was just torrential rain. And then randomly hail. It's quite fun. I don't mind driving in that kind of weather. It's just in like a little metal box getting rained on.
You imagine you're like in a tank or something.
Yeah. Not really,
kind of thing.
but it's just cozy, you know.
You don't do that
in the car. Not really. If the steering wheel kind of turns me off, because I'd have to be in like a Russian tank. I think they had steering wheels and that.
Oh, really?
I don't want that.
I've been practicing driving with a game that I got for free on Steam.
Oh yeah, tell me about this.
Called Drunk Driving Simulator.
That's some good experience.
It's really good. Yeah, the game is it's all like polygonal graphics, and you're on like a highway, and there's 4 lanes, I think.
Right.
And if you go off the lanes, there's just trees on either side, and if you crash into a tree, even at like 20 miles per hour, the game ends.
Yeah, of course.
And
when you get spotted, you get outed.
Yeah, well, there's no cops. It's not even like GTA. And there's only so many hits against other cars you can take.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, the longer you go on for, the more your vision gets fucked, and it
Do your
starts
controls
like blurring.
get fucked too?
Yeah, there's a bit of like a lag, or like when you steer, it like overly steers the more drunk you get. But what I've started doing, the way I play the game, is I go into the settings and I turn the drunkenness all the way down so that I'm in sober mode.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get drunk in real life and play the game.
And do you do well? Do you do better like that, or with the drunk filter on?
Yeah, I mean, I drive. I don't have the car yet. I haven't passed the license, but I feel like I would probably be a much better driver if I was like really drunk.
Yeah, well, it's not drunk driving that's the problem. It's drunk crashing, as we all know.
Yeah, and
Joe Biden
to be honest,
said famously,
statistically, the vast majority of car crashes involve sober people. So,
yeah, true.
In fact, I think it's about 2/3. So,
so there you go, guys. So if there's one thing to take away from the episode today,
we understand statistics, right? We both have graduate degrees.
Yeah,
we've studied in the appropriate methodology, so I understand that 2/3 of car crashes caused by sober people. When I do eventually bother to learn to drive, I should probably do it drunk, and I don't think I'll get in trouble.
You're less likely to crash. So
yeah, well, I would know that if I got pulled over, it's not because I'm drunk, so it's going to have to be some kind of racial profiling, and I will immediately bring that up with the police.
Yeah. This is getting a bit like sovereign citizens. Have you seen? Do you remember that sovereign citizen shit? Am I being detained?
That's one of my favorite things. Yeah. Oh, what do they say? They're like, this isn't a car. This is a like a marine transport or something.
Yes, and they're not driving. They're traveling.
Yeah, they're traveling.
I'm not driving. I'm traveling. Here's my custom license plate.
Yeah, I love those people. They have their own ID cards that they make for themselves.
Yeah, because there's some bullshit that like it's all about maritime law, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, you're born through a birth canal. It's when you're born, you're like it's like that. That is their reasoning. It's because it's called the birth canal.
If you look into it and where the whole ideology comes from, it's just racism. Like the whole thing just comes from racism.
It's just American lunatics, basically.
Well, what they think, actually, what they're doing is they're invoking a very old English ideology called Whiggery, spelt with an H after the W. It's not that kind of Whiggery, but the Whigs were a political party who basically dominated England in the 18th century, and they believed that there was an ancient constitution, what they called it.
A really ancient constitution. What are we talking, like King Alfred here?
Anglo-Saxons. Yeah, Anglo-Saxon England. I mean, none of this is true, by the way. It's a complete fantasy. But this was their way of arguing against, this is their way of retroactively justifying the English Civil War and the powers of Parliament. Because what they said was King Charles violated the ancient constitution. But part of their belief system, they believed that ancient constitution was like common law. And in England, in English law, we have common law, which goes all the way back. It's actually Norman, funnily enough. There's the irony of it, but but it's based on the ancient customs of the various different Anglo-Saxon settlements in Dark Ages England. But we have common law, which is a different system of law to statutory law, which can override common law. But common law is all based. It's not codified. It's based on judgments that the judges have passed in the past.
So it's precedent based.
It's all precedent based, yeah. But I mean, a judge can override a precedent, but he has to be from a higher court. Basically,
then the precedent was set from.
Yeah, but anyway, these guys in America, they basically think that that common law is the only valid kind of law, and it's like God given, essentially.
Yeah,
it's like a natural law, to use Aquinas's terminology. Although, funnily enough, Aquinas wouldn't have cared about common law because he was Italian. He believed in Roman law or whatever. But anyway, and they think that at some point in American history, that the common law was overridden. And it's funny because a lot of the principles they invoke have nothing to do with common law. So, for example, one of their favorite things is based on a misreading of corporate law. So they think that in corporate law, there's this legal principle of distinct legal personality, which is the idea that a corporation that is recognized by the government as such, is a distinct legal personality. So it's a person. So like Google is actually a person in legal terms, for who has his own rights, or perhaps her own rights. Or their own
very
rights.
Progressive,
yeah. But these people think that if they call themselves companies, then in court, then the judge will be like, "Oh shit, can't do anything."
He's got us here. I remember seeing one video of a guy who's like, "Are you Jason? Jason whatever." He's like, "Yeah, that is the entity that this corporation represents." Yes. And the judge just keeps asking him, and he won't give a straight answer. And he's like, "Okay, you're going to prison." He's like, "I'm sick of this."
A lot of the judges in America are like really used to it. Like they have to deal with these people quite often. But there's different branches of it. It comes from like KKK people, I think. But then there is also like a branch of there's like a lot of black guys are into it, and they call it like Moorish. A lot of black guys. They call themselves Moors or something. It's all based on like
it's a bit
some kind
of
imagined history. Yeah. But I like how they call themselves Moors. It's like very Shakespearean. It's very Jacobean kind of language.
The Barbary
Coast. Well, that's a good start.
That's excellent. Yeah, what a random thing to. I don't even remember how we got into that.
I have no idea.
Sovereign citizens.
Are we talking about me drunk driving?
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, drunk traveling. I think is. What you want to say? There's one of a guy who starts running over a police officer, and the guy's like, "You were driving into him." He's like, "No, I was traveling." It's so funny.
That's a really good.
I was traveling through the police officer. He just happened to be the cop. He just happened to be stood there. Yeah. So excellent. Excellent.
So I wanted to start this episode off with a bit of bad news, which is, unfortunately, last episode didn't do very well on YouTube, at least. It did better than average on Substack, but it did worse on YouTube. And I fucking hate Substack, so, I don't really care if it did better there. It turns out that chronic Lyme disease wasn't the best.
Wasn't the title. I'm not even sure I understood where the title came from, to be honest.
Well, it didn't come from... chronic Lyme disease?
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and it rhymes with Lyme, so it's... The word rhymes with Lyme, so it's like,
what did it have to do with the episode?
Multiple levels. Well, there was my aphorism that involves rhyming, but that one got censored out. So, from the viewer's perspective, really nothing. But most of our titles have a tenuous connection with the episode at best.
Yeah, and, I mean, now that we're not using the rage bait titles,
no,
we're gonna have to go back to that. We need to talk about something punchy this episode. So,
quite the opposite actually. I thought I thought what we should do is invoke the wisdom of artificial intelligence, and I actually got some suggestions. So I have a list of
things
6
to talk about.
Could be. I mean, good luck talking about this stuff. You'll see why I say that once I've read out the potential titles.
Okay.
But this is courtesy of YouTube's Inspiration AI service. Yeah, which is based on what YouTube understands about our show. So it's thematically connected.
Right.
So we can maybe pick one out of this list. I've got 6 of them.
Okay, sure. So this is just for a title, and then we'll base the episode around the title. Is that right?
We can try. Yeah, I think we should try.
We can certainly try.
Okay, so potential title number 1.
Right.
Escaping the smart city panopticon with low-tech survival gear. Hashtag technological resistance.
Hashtag technological resistance. Okay. Yeah.
I like that one. These are the ones I picked out of a much longer list, by the way.
Okay.
You're getting the cream of the crop right here.
Yeah.
Number 2, crypto monasticism, rural secession, and building the Byzantine network state.
Okay, that is very us, but I'm not sure I even understand it. Next one.
The next one, this is a bit more manosphere-y. Sovereign masculinity. Kind of relevant already, actually.
I was going to say, we're on track.
Yeah, defensive aesthetics and overcoming the digital despair engine. Hashtag radical vitalism.
Wow, that's beautiful. I'm a fan of that one so far. That's my pick.
Okay. 4. Tactical agrarianism, the Great Reset fatigue.
Okay.
And reclaiming ancestral food sovereignty. It does like the word sovereignty, which is convenient given what we started talking about.
So what was that one? Agrarian secessionism. What was it?
No. Oh, that was earlier. There was rural secession was in the second option. The third option is called tactical agrarianism, the Great Reset fatigue, and reclaiming ancestral food sovereignty.
Tactical agrarianism. That's great.
Yeah. That's quite Maoist, that one, I feel like.
That's crazy.
Quite like guerrilla, yeah.
Guerrilla farming.
Yeah. Number 5, ghost cities, demographic collapse, and the rise of sovereign micro-cities. Micro-cities.
That's definitely riffing off the Chinese aspect, I think. Especially like the ghost cities stuff.
Yeah? Do you think?
Mm-hmm.
I like the term micro-cities. I like that idea. Micro-cities, sounds kind of...
My house is a bit of a micro-city.
Is it? Well, like a central business district?
Yeah, that's here. My desk is my kind of the business district. We've got the what was it? The agrarian...
tactical agrarianism.
Tactical agrarianism, where my fridge is, and my food preparation area. Got the residential area upstairs in my bed, and obviously the waste processing facility, which is my toilet.
That is,
I guess this is a micro.
You got sewers,
and I have a city.
Well, the sixth possible title. I really like this one. Cyber Prussian statehood. Why digital governance is the ultimate form of freedom.
I'm not sure what those two things have to do with one another, but cyber Prussian statehood.
Well, I think they're going for like a Hegelian thing here.
Yeah.
Where like, to be free means to be ruled by the Prussian state.
Yeah.
Which isn't actually what Hegel said, but that's what various neoliberals have accused him of saying.
Right.
But he was much more nuanced than that, if you permit a bit of Reddit speak. So yeah, I mean, those are some options, some ideas.
What was number 3 again? The one that the manosphere.
Sovereign masculinity.
Sovereign masculinity. What does that even mean?
Well, I don't think any of this means anything.
No, but we have to. We're like diviners here. This is like modern divination. This is like dream analysis. This schizophrenic AI is shitting stuff out, and we have to interpret it
and that is very in line with, you know, all these kinds of themes that the AI has given us. You know, it's all about like techno magic and stuff, which I really like, because when I was a kid, you know, and this is a recurring theme throughout my life.
Yeah.
I could never pick a side, right? I just can't.
You got to sit on the fence.
Did I like sci-fi or fantasy? Wrong question. I liked science fantasy.
I was going to say, yeah, the true patrician answer is realizing sci-fi is fantasy in space.
Yeah. Or, you know, what I really liked was like sci-fi, but they've got swords for some reason, you know?
Yeah, like
which is
Warhammer.
essentially the Imperial Japanese Army in World War II, really,
Yeah.
when you think about it. Let's not get too caught up in that again, though.
Yeah, no.
I think we're just going to make a big enemy out of
Warhammer's
Japan.
perfect because it's like you've got knights with swords, but they're sci-fi, and then you have a mass of people like the IJA. So it's perfect. Fighting various aliens who all look sort of human, but they're not.
Yeah,
which is how
and
the
you can kind of
Japanese
tell which
viewed
race
Asia.
they're meant to be.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to. Yeah, but you know, this is like a recurring theme in my life. It's like, am I like, you know, a liberal? Am I like a market liberal, or like a pro-state socialist?
Yeah.
You know, I'm like a market socialist, I guess. You know, do I like women or do I like men? I can't decide on any of these things. This is probably why I am philosophically Hegelian, because it's all
You
just
are
about,
the dialectic.
I'm just constantly sublating things. It's all been concentrated in my personhood as an individual.
As a corporation.
As a in the corporation that is Athelfeather. Maybe I should.
The brand.
I could incorporate.
This like the
and I
way
could sell
Kevin Hart
shares.
speaks. Whenever anyone talks about like all the interviews with Kevin Hart, he always refers to himself as a brand.
Does he?
He's like, I'm a brand, and everything I do has to be in with the brand in mind. And so many people rely on the brand. He like it's almost sovereign citizen-esque.
Yeah, it's like, that seems like a neat way to avoid having to like take a stance on anything as a public figure. It's like, I'm not going to criticize Israel.
So
yeah, he's like, I'm not going to criticize Israel because I'm promoting the brand. You know.
Yeah, the brand has no political affiliations.
We all know who the investors are in this industry, right? You know, I feel like that's kind of the thing he's trying to say implicitly.
Yeah.
I had an idea the other day, which is, what if you went to like, because we were talking about how tattoo shops these days tend to be quite like, you know, progressively oriented politically.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know, I was wondering what happened if you went in there.
Side.
If you went in there and you were like, "Hi, I'd like a tattoo," and they're like, "Okay, that's what we're here for. No, tell us what kind of design you have in mind." And you go, "Well, what I was thinking was an Israel flag on my chest," and they're like, "What the hell?" And then you're like, "But here's the thing. Right in the middle of the Israel flag, I want you to put a swastika."
Whoa, huge!
What would they do?
I think most British ones would probably tell you to fuck off.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm sure you might get in legal trouble potentially. I don't know.
It's like a very Sam Hydian thing to do.
Well, it could be quite a Larry David situation in a way. It's a protest. I'm protesting the country.
I'm not on their side.
It's a critic. It's a critique. Yeah.
You're a bad Jew, Larry David.
That's an idea I had yesterday, which I thought would be interesting.
That's very good.
Did I have any other ideas?
So that's what sovereign masculinity is. I really like the idea of looking at the AI titles, picking out a few, and then trying to do like the whole episode based on that one thing.
We can keep doing that, you know. This shit doesn't run out.
I think we should. We should definitely do
And
that.
I don't need a subscription because I'm a content creator, so it just comes up on my dashboard on YouTube. I can just generate loads of them. In fact, 2 episodes ago, I did use a YouTube generated title But I didn't
really?
think to do that until after we recorded. Yeah, it was the one that's about like biometric testing or whatever, and it's like just not relevant to what we talked about in the episode at all.
Our earlier episodes were like literally just a list of the things we talked about, and then
but I don't want to listen to the whole episode again after I record it. You know, I'm like, I've got things to do.
And then after that, it just was like Britain is falling in all caps.
That one worked. That one hit it
biometric
out the park.
surveillance, digital idols, and New World Order rituals. Yeah, I don't remember us talking about any of that.
No, we didn't. I only got the title generated after we had recorded.
I mean, Spotify's chapters are pretty good, but they're all like the same titles for every podcast. Having listened to a couple of other ones and seen the same auto-generated titles, the style is like so distinct.
Oh yeah. It's a brand.
It's a brand.
I just took some chewing gum, so I apologize to the audience if that sounds really
annoying. For the quality of the audio.
Well, I am really cap, so fuck you. I'm in a good mood today.
This contrasts nicely with the last one, where you were really depressed about not having a job,
and it was making me try
didn't
really
care
hard.
about the episode. Oh really? that was you trying hard? Okay.
No, I don't think I was trying very hard. I was really I was really bringing down the mood last time, wasn't I?
It was really miserable.
Yeah. Was it? I'm happy now. Actually, I came up with a good aphorism. Do you want to hear?
Yeah, of course. Why not?
How about this?
This is our halfway aphorism.
I don't know why everything's so like. There's a bit of a theme with my aphorisms today.
Right.
But,
okay.
Blaming the Jews for killing Jesus is like blaming the gays for killing Freddie Mercury.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Pretty
That's
deep.
An excellent thought. Yeah.
Truly aphoristic.
The warrior poet that you are.
Yeah.
Jews for killing
it's
Jesus.
True. Because Jesus was a Jew and Freddie Mercury was
gay.
Was very gay. I think he was
like
actually
dwarves
bi,
with cocaine on their heads.
Yeah. I think he might have been bi rather than gay. I think this was a case of bi erasure, you know?
Yeah. I think he definitely
he didn't really help.
Both ways. He was cool. He was cool like that.
He was a cool guy. I don't like the music, but the guy seemed pretty cool, you know?
Yeah.
It's sad what happened to him.
It is sad, but...
Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing.
I just said it was sad.
It is
I know,
sad.
it's not
it
funny
really
at all.
Sad.
It's a tragedy.
Dying
it was an unavoidable tragedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, what a terrible decade.
What a terrible time to be Freddie Mercury.
Of all people.
Well, I mean, he was stinking rich. I mean, everyone's got to die sometime.
Yeah.
If you're going to die, but you're going to be so rich you can hire dwarves to have bowls of cocaine on their heads, it could be worse.
I mean, it's just waiting to happen at that point, isn't it?
Yeah. I think he was a burnout, like the brightest stars burn for the shortest time kind of style.
Hell yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot of things to talk about based on what's been going on in the news today.
Yes, I was going to say, there's so much. Although now that I've said that, I can't think of it. the talks... Melania randomly coming out and saying that she has nothing to do with Epstein. Even though I'm not sure anyone was really accusing her of having anything to do with Epstein.
No, well, there was a bit of AI slop going around around Facebook, as it is wont to do.
The home of excellent news sources.
Mm-hmm. It was a picture of her sat on Jeffrey Epstein's lap, and it wasn't a real picture.
Right.
And it was going around on Facebook, and the post was saying that Emmanuel Macron had shared this picture, which he hadn't. But he probably should have. That would be really funny. Because French is kind of a boomer country. So if the French president starts if he's like, "Oh, my wife sent me this," and then he starts, posting AI slop of Jeffrey Epstein with Melania Trump. What I really liked about her speech was the fact that she can't really speak English. I thought that was really cool. Yeah,
that's a running theme. Half the words she just can't pronounce properly.
Instead of convicted, she said convinced. And there was another one.
Convinced pedophile.
She's been in America since 1998.
Yeah, and she's the first lady.
Yeah, you think she would have tried, but no. I really respect that.
Where is she? Slovenian?
Yeah, I think she's Slovenian. Yeah.
Let's
you can
fact check
find
this.
nudes of her online.
Really?
Yeah, just terrible. I have to say, like, not good.
She is Slovenian. Yes, she was born 1970,
Slovenian.
so she's 55. She's quite a bit younger than Donnie then.
Do you think she's like a Lacanian Hegelian, like Slavoj Žižek, who's also Slovenian?
Yeah,
Do you think she went to the University of Ljubljana?
I'm not sure she went to university, in the kindest possible way.
She doesn't seem to have a...
She went to the University of Ljubljana.
No way. That's crazy.
She was in the Faculty of Civil and Geodetic Engineering.
That sounds fucking clever. That sounds more clever than philosophy.
Her father made car parts for a state-owned vehicle manufacturer as part of the League of Communists of Yugoslavia. There you go.
Pretty cool. Wow. So
her
she has the same alma mater.
It says their family was very well off relative to most in communist society. Their apartment was decorated with brightly coloured walls. So that kind of shows. She speaks English, Italian, French, German, and Slovenian. Although evidently not very well.
Well, she's definitely lost a lot of her Slovenian accent because she's not constantly like sniffing and grabbing her shirt and like pulling it and stuff. I assume that's the Slovenian accent.
She went to the Faculty of Architecture and Civil and Geodetic Engineering at the University of Ljubljana to study design, but left after a few months. Where she was discovered by this is not a great
sketchy,
name,
right?
Yeah, she was discovered by a Slovenian fashion photographer called Stane Jerko when she was 16.
Nice.
Apparently, she won a modelling contest that entitled her to a movie role, but one of the producers then sexually propositioned her.
Right. This is how it all starts.
Yeah. So there you go. And now she was born Melania Navs, and she changed her name to Melania Naus after that, apparently. I don't know why.
Maybe it's some kind of pun in Slovenian or something. Maybe her original name was somewhat suggestive or something.
Like Melania Knob.
Yeah.
Well, there's a photo.
Yeah.
Oh no. There's a photo with Bill Clinton, Trump, and Kylie Bax, which looks
Who's
very
Kylie
much like...
Bax?
I have no fucking idea, dude.
Who cares about her? That's a dream blunt rotation, isn't it? You got Bill Clinton, you got
this photo,
Donald Trump.
And Bill's actually got his arm around Melania in this photo.
Color me surprised. They've probably all been there.
Yeah. I don't know who this other woman is, but I don't really care either. She's got a Playboy bunny long sleeve shirt on.
Well, she's probably a playgirl. She's probably
Trump
one of
proposed
the
to her
playmates.
on her birthday. There you go.
Yeah, apparently they first had sex on Epstein's jet. Well, that's one of the stories that's going around. Yeah.
They have a prenup. There you go. This
Smart
is
choice.
real like tabloid podcasting right now.
yeah.
Just like looking through that. Scandalous.
Yeah, so that happened, and then the peace talks, which fell apart like today.
Yeah, I mean they were in there for over 12 hours, I think. Can you
was
imagine
never
being
gonna
in a
work,
room
was
with
it?
JD fucking Vance for 12 hours? My God.
Yeah. I don't even know who's in charge of Iran.
Well, it's the new chap.
Yeah, I think
they have a prime minister and a president, or something like that. They have a prime minister and then their theocratic ruler, which is
so
it's not.
They have a...
So who's the first one? What's his name?
Khomeini.
Yeah.
No. Right?
Yeah, Khomeini. Ayatollah.
And then it was
that Ali?
Khamenei.
Yeah, and then his son was like something Khamenei, and then it's his son who's currently in charge. But then the prime minister's a bit more. I think he's a little bit more liberal.
Yeah.
But they also kind of have like a junta run by the Republican Guard at the same time.
Yeah. You know,
The Republican
I
Guard are
think...
apparently like their own entity, effectively. The generals of the Republican Guard just do their own shit. They were the ones who were like, fuck it, we'll just bomb ships who are going through the strait. It had nothing to do with the Iranian government at all. I mean, I doubt
really
they're saying,
see,
fuck, what a shame, but...
I really want to see a land war play out here. I'm kind of bored of these airstrikes, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of a bitch-made way of fighting.
I mean, it's America's specialty, isn't it? Just, like, unbelievable air power.
And what is Iran's specialty? Chariots, you know? What you got to do, get all those Persian guys, get all their cars that they've been using to work for Uber, gather them all up, put some scythes on those wheels, bam.
Some kneecappers and drive them in, yeah.
Fuck shit up. Yeah. Uber chariots. Like yeah, I think that's what we should do.
Backed I wrote tank cores.
No, they don't need tanks. They got Uber.
Tanks are like modern cavalry. Well, real modern cavalry is like helicopters, but...
Real modern cavalry, in my opinion, to go back to the science fantasy thing, where I obviously can't cope with modernity, is cavalry. So
it's just actual cavalry.
When I was younger, I remember I got really upset about the fact that you couldn't have horses in war anymore, and I remember like trying to devise some kind of system whereby you could use cavalry in a modern battlefield. You know,
well, the Russians do.
Exactly. They did. The Red Army had some great cavalry units, but the problem is they didn't really fight like cavalry. They fought like mounted infantry. You know, like they'd ride around and then get off. That's really not what cavalry's for.
Well, the Russians now in Ukraine use horses quite a lot, I think.
Do they?
Mostly because they don't have a huge amount of like armored vehicles, but they certainly use them for logistics and for getting people around. I'm pretty sure.
That's not what I'm talking about, though.
No,
I'm talking about
there's no like Lancer charges. Yeah,
no.
The Polish did that in the Second World War. That was ballsy. They charged the German Panzer assault on horseback.
It was ballsy, but you can also see why they lost, but like immediately.
Yeah, but you're meant to be coming at this from the pro cavalry charge side. You got to give them.
It's because that wasn't the real cavalry. They didn't do the real cavalry. It's like communism, you know, and the Soviet Union. That wasn't real communism. What the
Is
Poles
it because they weren't winged hussars when they charged in? They didn't have big.
Because they didn't outflank. They didn't outflank the tanks. If they'd outflanked the tanks, gone around behind the tanks, they would have beaten them.
See, if the Japanese did that with their bomb lancers that they had, that they would drive into the sides of Shermans,
yes,
they would have been fine.
The engine at the back.
The Polish didn't have the bomb lancers, and the Japanese didn't have the horses. Together, they could have defeated the Nazis. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
That's a point for the Japanese. I think we owe them a point.
We owe them a point that they were on the wrong side of the war. Yeah.
No. We owe them a point that they almost had the right idea with anti-tank cavalry charges.
Well, I mean, I think if you are a skillful horseman and a skillful lancer, you don't need explosive, lancers. If you know what you're doing, you can get through that armor. I'm pretty sure. I think
it's only like 80 millimeters of steel.
Yeah. Well, the problem is war is all psychology, right? If you have a greater will to fight than the other man, you have a greater will to penetrate than the other man, then you will penetrate that man. That's what it is. Yeah. And if you override that, then his will to penetrate turns into a will to be penetrated. So that's what it's all about. It's all about getting on top of him and penetrating
him and breaking his will to resist your penetration
and getting through his armor and getting to the soft shell underneath
his steel trousers that you need to wrench
his vulnerable side. This is what you do with a man.
His soft underbelly.
You get to their vulnerable side and you understand their vulnerability and then you can penetrate, and that's really how you win a war.
It's not about taking his trousers off. It's getting him to take them off for you.
I don't know why you're talking about trousers all of a sudden. I was talking
because
about
it's armor. It's armor. Yeah, so am I. It's trouser armor. Tank trouser skirts. Tanks have skirts. What you need to do is get the tankers to take off their skirts so that you can penetrate their weak underbelly.
Yes. Yeah, because your will to penetrate
It's so overwhelming.
Transforms. Yeah, and they're just taken aback. They're like, oh my god, and then they're like, I don't have any will to penetrate now. Just go ahead and penetrate. I must be
penetrated. Yeah, it's amazing the Japanese didn't win the war.
It's amazing
this
that no leading military of the world has responded to my letters about military science.
Well, you'll have to keep sending them. They must be misinterpreting them somehow. They must be interpreting it as some kind of gay fan fiction rather than of elite military doctrine.
I don't know why they would think that. My treatise on penetration. My treatise on the penetration of men. The Tractus de Penetratione of Wiribus.
I mean, I'm convinced. I'm thoroughly. If only I was a general. Mm-hmm. The British Army is in dire need of reform. And this treatise... Yeah. What did I say?
No, you said reform. Yeah. I was finishing.
Yeah, reform UK. Yeah, we're in dire need of some reform. And what we need is a strong man to come and penetrate the army.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Which I don't think goes on nearly enough anymore, which is why the army is so bad now. Especially the navy. Our navy is like a bunch of pussies. Because there's no effort to penetrate.
And that's really what the navy is all about, as we all know.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you got torpedoes. They penetrate.
Yeah. And you can put men in them to penetrate things. If you're like the Japanese.
And the ship is kind of a big man in a way, and there's lots of men inside him. If you think about it. Yeah. Like I feel like ships... But and he's like a man, but we call him she, That's because we refer to ships in the feminine.
We're very progressive.
Because... Well, it's not like a trans thing, it's like a queen thing, a gay, it's kind of joking. It's more like a drag queen kind of thing. Yeah.
Big weapons mounted on her.
Yes.
Damn,
but we know they're stuck on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
That concludes our talk about the crisis in Iran.
About military science. Yeah.
So if anyone's listening who's in the British Army and wants to convey that, credit this podcast, please. There was some interesting stuff. Oh fuck! It's about penetration again. I was going to say there was this new AI called Mythos that some companies been working
Greek?
On. No, but it's all about penetration testing, and it's an AI that's been used to test like hacking, how good cybersecurity defenses are for different companies. It's not intentionally about pen testing. That was completely off the topic, but they say they're not releasing it to the public because it's been able to compromise so many systems. That they're having to keep it quiet and give it to the companies immediately. Which might be good, because it might help us, because I know there's been, obviously cyber attacks are really huge at the moment. So, we're always under attack by the Russians, probably the Iranians as well. So,
yeah. Have you ever had Mythos beer?
No, I've not had Mythos beer. What's Mythos beer?
It's very nice. It's a Greek beer. If you go to Greece...
Yeah. It's part of the
That's
Carlsberg
what they drink,
group.
everyone. It is, unfortunately. Fucking Germany. Germany and Greece, eh? Those two just...
Well, Germany has
exploitative relationship.
Yeah, they just have to own the Greeks. I did see an advert. Who's gayer? Oh, the Greeks.
Germans or Greeks. Do you think?
Yeah, undoubtedly. Not in a bad way.
I think they are gayer in a worse way, because I think they're more pederastic than the Germans.
yeah, I guess so.
The Germans are more
the Germans as very gay.
Come on.
Maybe like the Berlin fun boy gay.
That is the entire lens through which I perceive German civilization.
Yeah, it's funny because it's such a small part of the country. And
but it commits so much gay sex.
It's weird. 13% of the population commits. What is it? 56% of the gay sex.
Of the gay sex in Germany, yeah.
In Germany, yeah.
I was actually reading Hitler's Table Talk the other day. You ever read that?
No.
It's a record of his conversations at the dinner table as the Führer.
Right.
It's really funny. The guy was just making shit up.
Of course.
Like the whole time.
He
was just making everything up. You could just tell he was just coming up with ideas on the spot, and you could tell he was thinking in his head like, they'll just believe anything, and they're all just there fucking scared of him.
Podcaster, dude.
It is basically a podcast. They're just random. There's only one thing that holds it all together. Like, all his theories are pretty, like, they're very unsystematic, but there is one concept at the core of it, which is just racism. You know, and it's just...
Naturally, yeah.
Learning about what he actually thought about race, though, it's, like, even more weird than you think.
I know he was really into his, like, Nordic mythos.
Good beer.
No, right. Fuck's sake. Penetration beer. We're just in a cycle. Wait, so this is about sovereign masculinity as well. Don't forget, we have to keep tying it back to that. But he was like really into like ancient Norse mythology and this kind of thing. Didn't he say that Cleopatra was black? He was really into she was white. She was a Norse blonde princess.
Okay,
yeah,
do you want to hear the theory?
Norwegian. Yeah.
Do you want to hear the theory that Hitler pulled out of his ass? Basically, it goes like this. Once upon a time, everywhere from, like, Western Europe to India was just blonde people.
Yeah, of course.
Basically. They're called the Aryans, right? Because the word Aryan actually means Iranian.
It's like Iranian, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, some autistic thing that went on in his head. He was like, they're all blonde people. And they built these great civilizations, like, you know, the Indus Valley civilization, ancient Persia, Egypt,
the
Rome,
Mesopotamian,
the Greeks, Mesopotamia. It was all built by blonde people. But then because they built these great civilizations, it drew in people who weren't Aryans. And they diluted the gene pool, and then all the civilizations fell.
It's like the Tower of Babylon or something, isn't it?
Yeah. But the one exception is in Northern Europe, where, and he almost gets a bit self-deprecating here, because the environment is so bad, it's so cold and wet and windy, they never were able to build a big civilization in Germany and Northern Europe.
Only the hardy Norse peoples could survive.
Yeah, so they retained their purity and they stayed blonde. And now the time has come with the wonders of modern science for those Aryans of the North to reconquer the entire world and kind of save the world from the world, basically. Right. Of course, whilst being led by a guy with dark hair.
Yeah, a guy who's not at all
a guy who just isn't blonde.
No.
This is really the crux of the problem. I don't know how the German people didn't see through that, you know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like, it's a massive flaw in the whole thing.
I know that his idea for for Neu Berlin, like the super city that would take over like Germany in his Neue Europa, at the exact center of it would be the museum with the bust of Cleopatra in it, because he was just obsessed with Cleopatra. Yeah,
and like if you look at the bust of Cleopatra, like she doesn't look German. But she looks like a Mediterranean person.
I'm sure he was so into it because she looks kind of like white or something.
Well, she looks like a Mediterranean person. They all look the same.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, she looks like a Greek. I mean, I'd say she looks like a Greek, but she kind of was.
Well, yeah, she was Macedonian.
Yeah.
She was Slavic.
She does look very Greek.
She was from former Yugoslavic Republic of Macedonia.
I do love that stuff about
that's a great country. I want to go to Macedonia.
Yeah. North Macedonia.
Yeah, Yeah, they got the ruins at Pella.
Where's South Macedonia?
In Greece.
In Greece. Right, okay.
Yeah. It's a region right at the top of Greece. I think they have bears there.
It's like northeast, isn't it?
I know what Greek's like, but not that kind of bear. Like actual... They got little bears that live in the forests.
Otters.
I think. No.
Power bottoms.
Yeah. No, I was
They generate all the power, but they're on the bottom.
Yeah, nice. It's always Sunny reference.
Absolutely.
I was reading about primitive human species
Right.
today, and what I think I've figured out what my favorite one was, which was the Homo floresiensis. You know those guys?
They were
They were
short,
3'5"
freaky ones. Yeah.
Yeah, and they just fought like what they called those big lizards, Komodo dragons.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, and they couldn't make
That must have been
fires
like
or
fighting
anything.
a dinosaur for a
Yeah, because they were tiny.
A little person, I believe, is the correct term.
Yeah, I mean they seem really cool. I don't think they could talk or anything. They were just like little people running around fighting massive lizards. That's such a cool idea in my head.
And stuff, right? I think they had weird teeth.
Did they?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh man, I wish we could still have people like that.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. I had an idea.
I think
once.
the Neanderthals are quite cool.
They were cool. They were all pretty cool, to be honest.
Yeah, Homo in general is cool. You heard it here first, folks. Homo is cool.
Yeah. I had a vision years ago when I was in my stoner era. I was very stoned, and I had an image of a vision of like a civilization, like another planet out there in the universe where humans evolve, and they're like anatomically the same. They're basically us, except their IQ is just like a bit lower,
slightly lower on average. Yeah.
So for us, it would be like a 70.
Yeah.
Or like a 60 maybe. And I just had this vision, like a kind of like a montage almost. This vision of them kind of slowly ambling their way through history.
Just taking a lot longer to get anywhere.
Yeah.
They look exactly the same as we do. They must have like slightly smaller heads, right? They're like cone heads or something on the Dan Aykroyd film.
It's like the same history. It's like all the same eras, but they just take way longer to get through.
They're just a few thousand years behind.
Yeah, they're like stuck in the Middle Ages for like 5 times as long. And the art's just like a bit worse, you know? Like, so their Rembrandt is like, it's basically the same, but it's just worse. It's just kind of
like
shit.
a kid's done it.
Yeah. And they have like all these like roundabout ways of like coming up with technological solutions.
Everything's just slightly unoptimal.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have cars, but they're just like way bigger because they're just not nearly as efficient.
Yeah. Yeah. They got like square wheels or something.
Yeah,
it's just all like stupid.
They have square wheels, but then they have like the zigzag roads. So in practice, it's exactly the same as having round wheels and flat roads, but it's just way more annoying to build everything.
Yeah. It's just really inconvenient. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just really inconvenient.
Just having this vision. I just imagine me by myself in a dark room, just laughing to myself whilst I just have this thought for like 5 minutes.
Their arrows are backwards and stuff. They're just like, and they can only travel like 5 foot in front of you because they just get hit by that. Yeah. Like, well, it's the best we could do, boys.
Yeah, like they like fuck up the rifling in the barrels of guns, so like they have to like get really close to each other to shoot each other, like within like bayonet distance.
All the barrels are all like bent at a 90-degree angle, so they all have to aim at the people who are over the other way. Okay, everyone turn to the right. The enemy's on the left. Yeah. Everything's just really slightly inconvenient. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. So I think
that was a good bit.
Good idea.
That was a good bit.
Yeah.
Do you think aliens exist?
Can you hear the chewing gum?
Yeah, it's slightly irritating, but it adds to it.
Do I believe in aliens? Yeah, for sure, 100%. And I believe that there is an alien in Area 51, and I think that they've been fucking that thing for years.
Yeah. Donnie's going over there every now and again. This is why none of the ex-presidents will tell what's going on in Area 51.
Well, this is the most redacted bit that they've completely taken out of the Epstein files, was that Jeffrey was pimping aliens.
Holy shit.
Know? Here's an idea. How about this?
Okay.
This could be possible. All of the victims on the Epstein case, then we don't just need to protect them because they're like victims of horrible crimes,
Yeah.
but they're actually intergalactic beings that have come to Earth.
So there's an intergalactic sex trafficking ring going on that was centered on some island in the Atlantic.
Yeah, and that's why we need to save the victims, and that's why they're in so much danger, because the one thing they can't publicly discuss.
Their names are redacted because you can't pronounce them.
Could you imagine if Melania Trump came out to give a speech and she just out of nowhere and she's just like, there is no truth to the unsubstantiated claim that the women who were trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein came from the Andromeda galaxy. And everyone's like, why did she say this?
Because Donnie didn't even know she was going to do it.
She can't speak a word of English.
She's fucking retarded.
Don't listen to her.
She doesn't know what she's talking about. Andromeda Galaxy, it's millions of light years away, okay? We haven't been there. I've never fucked anyone from there. And they are people, by the way. They just look slightly different. See, I'm not racist.
And what's
he talking about?
What if these people, these aliens that are being trafficked, come from that civilization that I had that weird kind of weed vision about?
The slight conehead system.
And that's why they're getting exploited.
It's called and
trafficked over,
or worth. Because it could just be Earth, but a slightly roundabout way of spelling it.
Maybe Germany would have won the war on that planet. I think.
Yeah, well, they already had really inefficient tank designs, so they were already ahead of the curve. So to us, it seemed like backwards, but to them, they're like the most advanced shit ever.
Do you know what the best YouTube comment I've ever seen was? I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast before.
No, definitely not.
It was like some video of like one of those like Wehrmacht Hell March videos, you know, with the Red Scare music.
Yeah.
And one of the comments was like, "This was such an incredible fighting force, but it's no wonder they lost, because they were up against the combined might of the United States of America, the Soviet Union, the British Empire, and Brazil."
Brazil.
And the poster, just their profile picture was just the Brazil flag.
Of course. Those people from those countries are so funny. You look on like any metal music video, and all the comments are like, "Please come to Brazil." Every single one. It's just people desperate to go to Brazil.
My friend who lives in South America, he was telling me about how he was at some bar or something, and he ended up talking to some guy, and the guy was Brazilian, and he was texting me the next day, my friend, and he said he was like the most come to Brazil guy ever. Apparently he just kept saying to him like, "You should really come to Brazil."
Come to Brazil.
The whole thing. Yeah.
I imagine it. Brazil, it's probably not that bad a place, to be honest. I've got a bit of a soft spot for Brazil. Brazil. What a weird name. Oh dear. I'm on my own. And I'm on my own, and I just have extreme jamais vu for the word Brazil. This is bizarre.
I'm really sorry, you just cut out for like the past 2 minutes.
It's okay. I've filled the gap by talking
Wi-Fi.
about the word Brazil.
Oh, very nice.
I'm glad you're back.
My Wi-Fi just...
Glad you're back. I was just going to be like, I guess that's the end of the episode. Just like
I just ditched.
Ditched. Well, I guess I'm just on my own. I was just like thinking about the word Brazil and how odd of a word it sounds. And then I just looked up and you were completely frozen. I was like, oh no.
No, I mean, yeah. Could you imagine if the Wi-Fi failed and I was just like, oh, fuck it, and I ditched?
Yeah.
Who would do that? Who would just randomly ghost their co-hosts who they're making a podcast with?
Yeah.
You know, just never reply to their messages. Like after, imagine like 3 episodes or something that they make.
Certainly not this co-host, so don't worry. Listeners.
Absolutely not. You loyal.
I'm loyal. We ride or die.
Yeah.
Hopefully more riding than dying. But yeah.
Hopefully no riding.
And if we do riding, we drunk.
Now you're speaking real hood.
You got me on the hood shit. If we do be riding, we drinking. On God. Anyway, I think that's
You're not
pretty
drinking today.
good. Don't worry, I am.
Oh, nice.
I don't have to drive anywhere else, so I've got the beer. We're cracking it out.
I haven't drunk in a few days. I might drink tonight.
I mean, I had a little bit last night, and I did wake up quite early. It was cold. I had to go downstairs and get some water because I felt a bit hungover. But I'm fine now, so I'm back on the lash.
I got woken up early by my cat coughing up a hairball and then scratching the carpet.
What time does your cat normally wake you up?
Like 8 o'clock or earlier sometimes. 6, 7, 8. It just depends on how she's feeling. The other day I woke up and I turned next to me and on the bed was a claw. Like a shedded claw.
Freaky.
And I thought, like, this is a threat of some kind.
Yeah, definitely. It's like leaving a scabbard next to your bed.
Yeah, it's some kind of
like,
threat. It's
watch
like
out, the sword isn't here.
Yeah.
Guess where it's going? Directly in your throat. My parents' cat, when I look after him when my parents go abroad, he will wake me up at 6 with a claw in my nose and start yanking my nostril. My dad's really soft and will get up for the cat, but I'm a hard ass and I just sort of roll over. And he looks much disgruntled.
The problem with ours is that she just starts scratching the carpet. She knows that we don't want her to do that.
Cats are smart as fuck.
So it's like, I know, she's very manipulative. Yeah. Although she thinks she's trying to figure out how to open the window lately, which just involves her trying to sort of scratching the window.
Don't give her Cravendale or she'll get opposable thumbs like in the advert. That old
Yeah, I
Cravendale
used to like that advert.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I used to like that.
Anyway,
yeah.
Any conclusory statements? Any final aphorisms?
I don't think I have any more. Yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe we can try and tie this all together to our title.
Yeah, so sovereign masculinity. I think we've spoken about that. What else was on the list? That's the only thing I remember from it.
Defensive aesthetics and overcoming the digital despair engine.
I think we've done that by chatting funny shit for 57 minutes.
Yeah. Well, this isn't a despair engine. I mean, to be fair, last episode kind of was.
But now we're showing how to overcome it. We've shown you what the engine is, and this is how you overcome it.
Yeah. I'm not sure how exactly, actually.
We're just being, lighthearted and jovial.
Oh, do you know what that word everyone's using is whimsical.
Yes. I'm frequently accused of having no whimsy.
I really don't like hearing that word now. I don't like the way that...
It is a bit grating.
The algorithmic use of the word, yeah. It's a very girl thing to say, which isn't inherently wrong.
It's like, giving. It's giving whimsy. That is like my trigger word.
Do you know what the worst, though? The male equivalent is saying, chat, is this real? When you're not in a Discord chat.
It's just using, Discord or Twitch emotes in real life. Kappa!
Yeah, you're not in a chat. There's a comment
You're not streaming, bro.
This is an Instagram reel.
I was going to say, the male equivalent is talking like you're in an Instagram comment section. Skull face, skull emoji. Oh my god, what is bro talking about? Skull emoji.
Yeah, chat.
What is bro yapping about? What is bro yapping about?
Yeah.
Bro really thought skull emoji. Anyway, that's a perfect place to end this.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us once again.
Yeah.
The weather's getting nicer, things are getting better.
Summer is coming.
I got a job. Summer is coming.
It's all coming up, God-worshipping society.
Yes. So thank you for joining us. Have a lovely rest of your week. Smash that like button, chat.
Subscribe. It really helps out the channel.
If you don't, I will physically come to your house and strangle your mother to death.
And we will
really
penetrate
this
you.
time.
We will break
in a whimsical way.
In a whimsical. This is really giving whimsy.
Yeah.
So thank you.
All right.
And amen.
Amen.